G'day guys, Braden Schuch here for Daiwa Australia. We're just out on a post-flooded, very dirty Hunter River at the moment. We are out trying to catch some bass. We'll see how we go today. The conditions are not favourable, I would say, to be honest with you, but we kind of knew that coming in. We're out here chucking some new wire baits, some new STEEZ cover chatters and spinnerbaits. So I'll run you through them a little bit later. But first of all, we've got to find the bass. So we'll catch back up when we get one. So we're just working our way in with the tide now. The aim of the game at this stage, we haven't got a bite yet, is pretty much just to cover water. With this post-flood, I guess conditions, it's about finding the fish, I think. So using a searching bait, it's a 1/2 ounce cover chatter there. So nice and heavy, work it back nice and quickly, cover water. Keep on spot hopping, I think is my game plan today. We're downstream at the moment. We'll work a bit of bank that looks good. If we don't get anything, move up, work a bit more, move up, keep on moving till we get a bite. Find that either that good water or that section of the river where the fish are. We're coming into the cooler months, so with this bit of a flood, that'll move the fish around a heap. So a lot of them that were up top, they might be starting to move down. So just finding that section of the river that's holding, I guess, the most fish. I mean, the backup today will be wait for the tide to change and go and fish drains. At least you know they're concentrated in that area and they should be eating in there as well, especially with a bit of water. There might be a bit of water coming out of the drains as well. So if all else fails, that's the backup, but we try and find them to start with. And the cover chat is just perfect just for covering water. At least there's fish here. I'm seeing fish at least on the Mega Live. Right, let's keep going down there. Have a quick go here. Might have to be an upstream jobby today. There we go. Oh, I dropped him. It's not what we're looking for. It's a bite at least. That was a nice bite too. He had a nice thump about him. Damn it. Just gonna put a stinger on so we don't have that happen again. So I just missed the first bite of the day there. And to be honest, with the conditions and the water and everything, I'm not super excited about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little stinger on. I've got a cute little one here to go on. I find with stingers, you can buy some that have got like kind of heat shrink over the top of it, and you can put that over your hooks, but I find that it's like solid and it will, like, if it kicks off to the side, it'll stay off to the side. So I really like using ones that are free. You can see with this little cover chatter here, I've got a 3.2 inch minnow on the back of that. So I chop them down, put them on. We've made another video on those if you want to go and check it out on our YouTube. But these ones, the way I do it is it just stays free. So we've got a little stinger there. This is just like a little rubber bead. I either use the rubber beads, or if I'm out, I've actually just got like a bit of milk bottle, to be completely honest. Just here, just a bit of milk bottle, which I just chop little circles out of, and then you push it over. You have to be really careful with the point and stuff when you penetrate the milk bottle, but generally I don't have any issues with it coming off. But I've just got like a little rubber bead on that one there now, so he's just going to stay back. Sometimes it gets caught up, but I think it catching up outweighs the fact that it's free, and I really like a free stinger. So hopefully we'll get his mate who wants to bite. First bite of the day. There's bass around. They're here. Seek and destroy. Ugh. Right in the mix there. See, this would be good for jigs if they're up in there. We should be able to pitch jigs up through that stuff. Oh, there's one following it. Come on, bud. Oh, there's a heap of fish just there. Hopefully they're bass. I don't think they are, I think they're mullet. Some good fish down deep here in like 18 foot bar. Some very good fish. They're there, they follow it out, but they just don't commit to it. At least there's bass here, that's good news. That's good news, I like it. They're shallow too, they're under 10 foot of water. Oh, don't know if that was a bite then. Could have been. Could have been. Let's have another go. Oh, that was a bite then. That was also said bite. We'll just go one more spot down there, which will have more current again because it's downstream, and then we'll start working our way back up. I think we just need to wait for the tide to change properly, because the further we go up, the slower the tide's going to be to change. So no rush at the moment. He's deep in there. Oh, he's not bad actually, he's a pretty good fish. The old depth cast gets the job done. Oh, he's a good fish actually. I was just about to pole him then, maybe not. Oh, come here, bud. Oh, come on. It's all just juiced up still. There he is. Whew. There we go. That's not a bad fish actually. Just pinned him on the main hook, but that little stinger we chucked on earlier just got him. But there we go. He's a, I don't know, respectable little bass. Rightio, there he is there. That's the first bass of the day. That's a, you know, he's a nice little bass. I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest, especially with the conditions that we're in. But he was just got on the he was just caught on the Tatchel of the 722 MRB with the new cover chatter there, just with the stinger on, little zillion on there as well. But nice bass, pretty happy about that. Bassy. Nice green grass. It's a nice area. Picturesque. Just need the bass now. Big bad bass. Another snag. How exciting. Riveting stuff. There's definitely water going on in there. Let's see if we can get something. Oh, straight away. Straight away. Got a bit enthusiastic there. Way too enthusiastic, the old boat copped it. Let's have another go. Watch me not get another bite now. That was a fish. That was a fish and I just let it go. I thought I was on a bit of like weed or something and then it fought back. Heck it. What's going on? Very out of touch. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is the cast. There it is. Got it. Flathead? It is too. That's a little flatty. It's a little flatty on the chatter. Pull him up and in. It's not a bad little flathead either, to be fair. See if I can get absolutely ripped to shreds here. Hate holding flathead. Just full death grip him. He's just eating that chatterbait there. It's the same spot that I got that bite this morning. To be honest, he could, oh, he wants to kick. Could have been this thing, to be honest with you, but we'll get this out and we'll get him back real quick. Oh, just really don't want him to kick. There we go. Little chatterbait, death gripped flathead. We'll get him back in. Oh. Not desired species, but fish nonetheless. Just a little retie situation here. The flatty got it nice and deep. So just retying just in case. I'm running 12-pound straight through fluoro today on this one. I like the straight through, the feeling of it. It just helps out with keeping hooks in fish, I think. Like especially with sometimes how bass eat chatterbaits and spinnerbaits and stuff, they don't just smash it and take off, they kind of mouth it. So you'll feel it, you'll feel the blade working and then nothing. Like back in the drain before, that's what happened, is it was just nothing and it was kind of coming with me. It felt like a little bit of weed. And so you kind of have to kind of pepper it and kind of move it to the side as soon as you stop feeling the blade work, and then kind of work out if it's a fish or not. Because sometimes they can be a bit weird on them. But that's the whole point of having a stinger off the back. If it does feel a bit weird, I just say strike on it and give it a crack. It'll either land into a stick or land into a fish, one of the two. But yeah, you just gotta be a bit more mindful when working chatterbaits back. Righto, let's go for the deep kill shot here. Let's go for the never seeing my lure again shot. This is a really good technique in Glenbourne. Especially after a bit of rain, there's a lot of debris and a lot of like vegetation on the surface. And in dams, they like just sit up and under it in a couple of foot of water because it's just cover all day. And you just pitch a jig through, and then you'll see as soon as it goes through, if there's a fish there, like it'll boil and like try and eat the jig straight away, and you'll know if there's a fish there or not. And you can literally fish it all day, sun up. Like it's pretty cool. Just thought we'd see if we can try it in here. There's a lot of floating stuff around, so it's a bit of a risk though, because you might not see anything again if you do hook something. There's one. Oh shit. He wants it. He wants the smoke. He's another good fish. He's a nice little bass. Maybe not as big as the last one, but he's a good fish. He swallowed that too. The stinger did the job. We didn't even need the stinger. He's got the main hook in him. There he is there. Another nice little bass, just out of the drain, running the old drain pattern. Does the job. Bit of blood. He'll be fine though. Beauty. Might be able to get another one out of here if we're lucky. Oh no, that was That was just hopes and dreams, that one. I'm gonna try the spinnerbait, mix it up a wee bit. I like a bright spinnerbait. The last few years fishing like the Clarence and stuff a lot, I've modified a lot of my old STEEZ spinnerbaits, like the white coloured ones, and put, you know, chartreuse skirts or orange skirts and orange blades and stuff on them. My theory is that is quite a large bait with a lot going on, so a bit of colour, especially in this dirty water, I don't think it's going to make much difference, to be honest. If they're going to eat it, they're going to eat it. If they're on a spinnerbait, they're on a spinnerbait. So it's obviously there's times where I'll throw a more natural one, but for this, I'm more than happy to throw. Last cast, we'll move on. So we've got a new Bait Junkie available coming soon, a new frog. This is called the Kicker Walker. So part of the Bait Junkie range, similar to what's already available on the market with our Kicker Curly. So with the little legs, so when you wind it back, slow roll, just kind of twinkles atop. This one's called the Kicker Walker. So this is made to walk on the spot. So you put your same EWG hook in there to keep it weedless, but you can walk this one on the spot, keeping it in snags, in behind stuff, under overhangs, where traditionally you can't walk a Kicker Curly because the legs hold it up, and it's made to, I guess, buzz back over the top to a point. So coming soon in stores, seasonal offer over summer, new Kicker Walker. Fresh kicky, big licky. Just made our way up the Williams, actually it is. The clarity's no better, put it that way. There's still plenty of things floating and it's still pretty dirty, but we'll just see how we go up here. There's a fair few drains up this section of the river, so we'll just kind of drain hop and fish some kind of prominent points and current edges and stuff like that. So we'll have a quick go in here, but I'm gonna still stick to the spinnerbaits and chatterbaits, but each drain I go into, I think I'm gonna throw the frog first and just see if I can get a topwater bite. Everyone loves a topwater bite, so just see if we can get one to commit to it. For chatterbait rods, I personally like a little bit more of a regular taper rod. So this one's a 722 MRB in the Tatula range, so medium, regular. So regular, a bit more parabolic overall, so it kind of bends kind of consistently all the way throughout the blank. So it's just makes it a little bit more forgiving rod. So I use this rod. This is just a really good all-round rod. I use it for crankbaits, chatterbaits, top waters, kind of all of that style of fishing. I don't really use it for spinnerbaits too much, only because I like a fast action rod for spinnerbaits, because you do lose just slightly like a bit of feel in that, especially like I'm running straight through on this here. So you definitely don't have the sensitivity of braid. But with the spinnerbait rod, like I like using like an extra fast or a fast action just to stay in contact. You can feel the blades beat, especially willow blades. They're quite finicky and they don't really make much beat, and I like to know that the spinnerbait's working. Chatterbait's a bit more aggressive, so you can kind of get away with using a softer rod or a more parabolic rod and straight through. So the key with reed lines is to get as close as you can. There's a very fine line of getting in them, and they are not enjoyable to have to pull trebles back out of or hooks back out of, because the reeds are quite tough. But you want to get pretty much as close as you can, drop it vertically down, and then just slow roll it out. Like I don't even worry about the last half of the cast. Typically I'll just rip it back in and pitch another one out. You want to be going as quick and as close together as you possibly can to maximise the amount of bites and fish you can catch on them. Might duck over and have a quick go of that snag across the river. See if they're hard on them. And then we'll just go up drain hunting for the rest of the day, I guess. Oh, there's one. Oh, this one could be a good fish. That's another good fish. Let's get him up over that. Oh, yoing. He's not massive, but he's not a bad little bass, to be honest. Let's get him up. Oh, ooh, okay. There he is. On the old cover chatter again. It's another nice little bass, that. I mean, we're not recreating the wheel here. They're just drain fish. The conditions are quite tough today. We fished a lot of bank and a lot of area for honestly no reward. So it's good to see there's at least some fish in the area, in the drains and that. So to know that the water's okay, to know that everything kind of, you know, that there are fish around, I guess, is the main thing. So it's a nice little bass. Not as big as the other ones, but nice fish nonetheless. Ooh, majestic. So the cover chatters are back. We've got new colours in the ranges, new weights. We've worked really hard on creating colours that will suit our market in Australia here. So the same cover chatter that you've known to come and love. Got the little cover guard here, got the nice blade on the front there, but in Australian colours now. So the same goes with the new STEEZ spinnerbaits as well. Same design, same sizes, same weights, but new Australian colours in there. And also we can't forget the ASRock. So the ASRock's there with the Indiana blade, good for yellow belly, good for cod, full new range in the way of colourways to suit our Australian natives. So jump into stores, check them out, they'll be available soon. Gonna swap colours up now. The Old Faithful's gone pretty well. Probably gonna move over to this one. This is my favourite colour in the range, a nice kind of dark colour there. I really like this one for a chatterbait. I'm gonna give her a bit of a run, see if it performs as well. Might run no stinger just to see how they go for the minute, because all the fish bar the one that I missed this morning have had the main hook in them, so I might just give the stinger a miss. So we've got a new lure here that's going to be going out into the Bait Junkie range very, very soon, the 395 Flick. So you can see there, that's the one available at the moment, the 295. So the next step up, just that bit bigger, same profile, same boot style tail there, so it has a slight flutter on the drop, but just a bigger overall size. So perfect if you want to be going for flatties, if you want to be going for smaller snapper and pinkies and stuff like that. But for me now, I'm going to try it on the back of a trailer just to get a little bit of a tickler coming out the back there. See how it goes. There we go. That actually doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Not the best rigging I've ever done in my life, but it's a beauty about chatterbaits. You don't have to be super duper precise because the blade will keep them running true. You can just kind of, I know enough isn't really good enough, but enough's enough with stuff like this. So he's a little bit wonky, but that won't affect the actual action of it at all. That looks quite nice, to be honest. A nice bite size, I'd say. Let's see if it'll catch. These drains are typically quite shallow, like up in there you'd struggle to get the boat much further than the actual barrier there. They're normally only about 2 or 3 foot, and then where the water actually comes out, there's a bit more of a divot for where the water forces through. So typically if you throw right up against it, you'll have a bit more water, and then you'll normally, when you come out, you start hitting bottom. It's only a couple of foot in there, if that. Shallow diving crankbait's really good in this situation, so you can just, like little square bills, you can just burn them back over it, and you don't normally get hung up too much. I typically don't fish drains in tournaments very much, unless I've got some sneaky little out of the way baddies that I know don't really get fished, or if I'm in a world of hurt and I've got to make something happen, I'll fish drains. But normally I find they always get hit in pre-fish pretty hard. So you might go and catch fish out of it, a pre-fish, and get a pretty good game plan together, and then there's been 10 other boats that have hit the same drain. So you just got to be really careful for how you get burnt with stuff like this. That's why I typically kind of throw caution to the wind and don't really fish them. It's good sometimes if you take off first or in the top 5, like on the first day of tournament, because then you know that it hasn't been pressured for, since the afternoon beforehand, so you might be able to pull 1 or 2 out of them if you're first there. But it's a game of consistency to me, and drains are not consistent that I've found in tournament situations, put it that way. They're good fun on social fishing because you can just come and catch a couple when things are pretty tough like today. There's one. Whoa. Could be another nice. Oh, it's a very nice bass. I don't want to call it, but he could be one of the nicest of the day. It's a nice bass. Oh. It's a very nice bass. Look at that on the stinger as well. That's why we run it. Just being careful. He's got a big tear in his lip. There he is. Oh, look at that just come out as well. Another nice one. He's not massive. That's another nice bass, but on the new spinnerbait there, on the STEEZ spinnerbait, the redesigned colours there, new colour range coming soon. That one's called Zuzen, nice bright colour. Very nice, pretty happy with that. He absolutely doused that thing in the drain. That was great, I enjoyed that. There he is. Ooh. Very nice. Look at that little baddie. That's where it's at. That's exactly where it's at. Let's get another one. Oh, there's one. God, he whacked that. I was not ready for that. He's probably the smallest of the day, to be honest. Oh. Just got it. That one didn't have the stinger on. Just got him in the lip there. That's with the little 395 flick as the trailer there. It's a nice little unit, that. Nice compact little bait. Little cutie, just off a rock wall. That's probably the first one that we've caught that hasn't been on any noticeable structure, drains, trees, stuff like that. So yeah, nice one. Get that on the drop. Got no idea what it is. I'm assuming it's a bass. Or a carp, one of the two. Knows it's hooked now. Oh, it's a really good EP. I think it's a very good EP. It looked really tall, that's why I think it's an EP. It could be a bass, just a good one. I didn't even wind it then, he just was on it. He just loved that flutter of that. It could be a little carp actually, that might be what I've, oh no. Oh, that nearly was disaster. Could be a carp, maybe it was a smaller carp, that's why he's got the bigger head shakes on him. Let's see what we got. Oh no, it is just an absolute ripping bass. Holy shit. I'm gonna get the net out for this because he has eaten that reflex down in his gob. And of course I've got all types of hooks and problems in the net here. Can't remember what leader I've got on this, to be honest. Let's see how we go. I really gotta sort myself out here a bit better. Oh, we got something else in here now too. Ow! You know what we'll do? We'll just leave the old STEEZ in there. Okay, it's a really nice bass. Let's do the drag up a bit more. Oh my! It's a really, really good bass. He's got the reflex so far down his gob. Oh, come here, I'm shaking. There we go. Oh, it's a nice bass, that. That's a bloody beautiful bass if you ask me. Got blood coming out of me. Yeah, not bad. Now, first and foremost, let's sort this out so we don't get a hook in us. There he is to finish off the session. How about that? That is like a, that's a tank there. Have a look at down his gob here. You can see the reflex just jammed down in his gob there. I thought it was a really nice EP. With, he had a bit of height on him. Didn't even get a wind on. I just threw it in. It sunk right next to the wall, and then I just went to give it like a little hop, and it was on there. But let's carefully, very, very carefully get this out. Take the weight off him there. Oh, don't do that, bud. Oh, 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 there he is. So the reflex vibes are made to like swim and shimmy on the drop, so he liked that. That's a very healthy bass to finish the day off there. Come out here with hopes to throw chatterbaits and spinnerbaits and get some fish on them, which we did, which was really cool. And then finishing it off with this absolute hog here on a reflex. That's like the 5th cast with a reflex vibe, I think, today. He liked it. How about that? That's a good way to wrap up the session there. Really nice bass. I really should put him on a measure mat, but I don't have one big enough. I've only got one that goes up to 40 centimeters. So let's say he's 56. Nah, he's a good bass. I think he's probably, tip-wise, he's probably pushing 50, which is really, really cool. So good way to finish the session off. We'll get him back in. Get him back happy. He's thick. Look how thick the sides are on him. It's just, I just want to know where these fish go and what they do and everything. Everything is just so fun to know with them, especially after a flood like what we've had here. Like they had a bit over a metre of water through here, I think. So it's he's obviously moved in the last week, I'd say a lot. So it's just really interesting to know if their whereabouts and everything. But that's the session done. Chatterbaits tick, spinnerbaits tick. Bit of a cheat code using the drains as a spawn point for the bass, but got the job done nonetheless. Pretty murky, yucky water, so I think that was the best option today to catch a couple of fish. And the new colours, really happy with them. The new spinnerbait colours, really stoked on them too. So if you want to know more on those, jump over onto the Daiwa website and check them out. They're going to be released soon at your local Daiwa stocker. Cheers, guys.